Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you pointed right now, getting litty right now. Wanna test me right now, outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my hair right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless you for my gun mind. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six?
All right.
Fall in the six.
That's the wrong page, brother. Wrong page, brother. I'm starting this video the exact same way I started the last one. You see I got that ish on? Old man still got it, even though it was the Nuno Mendes game. Shout out to Portugal. Yes, sir. Shee. You all gotta hear it. You all gotta hear it. The old man still got it. Got the equalizer. Shout out to Portugal for winning their second Nations League. Yes, sir. Anyways, we're not here for that. Seen that the Urek Mazino chapter 12 dropped recently. It's not the Vortex scans. It's the other one. So we're going to hop right into it. If Mr. Freeze exists, why is there Captain Cole? To work for either, do you have to have a call? I got to know. No, me and my girl like that song. we mess with the question. We watch a lot of Ace Vane together. CR7 is the GOAT. He's my GOAT. I do think Lionel Messi is the GOAT, but Ronaldo's my favorite. That all being said, let's hop into this live reaction. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down to the Ghost of the 13-month series. This can get you, and you can stay notified. And let's see what happens with Evelyn, and let's see if Mazino gets into this fight with is the name Danjon? Danzon? Let's see what do we got? What do we got? Evelyn's side. I don't know what kind of monster this is. She's looking at the bull. Oh wait, I'm also thinking of the dolphin net queen or queen net dolphin, something of the sort. But yes, I think she's gonna control it. We'll see though. But just seeing him in front of me, I can feel it. I have to run away. She turns around, starts to book it. Looks like it's little tendrils, tentacles. Listen, I'm just commenting on what's happening. Not into this. Is it what to wrap around her? Ack! She gets caught. No, I can't use my strength. I'm not sure what this water here symbolizes yet, but like Shinsu. Oh wait, she got dragged underwater. That's crazy. Deep in the testing zone. Dan's on side. Oh, Nelly. All right. He looks shocked. He's there, ready. Battle pose. Arms folded. I'm ready to scrap. I have a question. What do you guys think is going on with his like arms? Is that like plated? Is he like Jax from Mortal Kombat? Is his arms metal? He lost his hands? Like, is that a bandage? Is that a tattoo? What is that? Why his arms look like golden metal? Yo, Danzon. Were you waiting for me? Hi. This guy's so casual with it. It's like I'm here to beat your ass. So casual with it. I didn't think you would actually come. I thought you would run away scared after all that nonsense. After you said all that nonsense. Hey, how could I avoid something so funny? Immature bastard. You still don't know how big the difference is between a regular and a ranker, do you? You beat me to it. I was about to say he got the Jax on. Yeah, like, fresh out of Mortal Kombat. Shout out to Jackie, though. Jacqueline? What's his daughter's name? Because she got the shit on, but she got it over her arms. Like, anyways, Cassie Cage the GOAT. Do you? Right now, you feel overconfident just because you don't know anything. I wonder what he's saying here. Like, these two symbols. Is he laughing? Is he belittling him? What's up, Lizard? Jackie, yeah. But soon you'll be crying and begging me to spare your life. Niggas be fake demons. We're not scared of you, bro. We're just not afraid of you. I'm sorry. As I said before, there's a rule that doesn't allow rankers to recklessly mess with regulars. So we'll have to get permission from the administrator for this confrontation. Excuse me. But first, change your pocket to visible mode. If you look carefully at the menu inside your pocket, request a fight against a ranker. You will see an option called request a fight against a ranker. Its original purpose is for ranking fights between rankers, but sometimes there are asshole regulars like you who use it to fight rankers. I know you're probably hesitating to click it now, but click. He's like, all right, let's get it. On this menu, I would like I'm gonna whoop your ass, ranker. Thank you. Shoo. Let's get it. Hey, you requested a ranking fight. Which ranker do you want to fight against? Hey, asshole. Danzon, dirty hair. This idiot. What's about to happen now? There's light swirling or something. Shinsu, is the administrator gonna pop up? I wonder if they're gonna parallel something similar to Bam speaking to the administrator, saying he doesn't even need his permission to use Shinsu in tandem with whatever Mazino's about to do here. I'm intrigued. Let's see what we got. Oh, I think it's this. I think because they're on the same floor, it would be the same administrator, correct? Okay, looking big. Are you the regular who requested a battle against a ranker? That's right. He goes ... This guy. He's from outside the tower. Fine. I will allow this duel. It's a battle between a regular and a ranker. How could you allow it so easily? I think Dan's on a sing this in his head. From now on, keep in mind that everything that happens in this duel will be each other's responsibility. Then, hey, he's by swimming away, looking like Monster the Whale. Hey, before you go, I have a question. What is it? Now that I've learned how to fight a ranker, what should I do if I ever want to fight you? You don't need any permission. Yo. Hold on. Because Enryu has beaten and has killed an administrator. I don't know why I find that interesting. He looks a little different because I remember he looked like an eel. Yeah, I guess maybe it's different. You think maybe they like cycle or go through different floors, or do you think our viewpoint or vantage point is different? I think it's the same one, but we could check that though. We have the technology. We have the ability. Give me a second. Webtoon Tower of God. We can check. Let's go to season. Let's go to first episode. Let's go to the bottom. Let's kind of like get to the part. It'll be post crown game when he's in this uniform. It's probably right here. Boom. Yada 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 yada. Ask for information. Look at Lopo BRN. Okay, let's look. Let's see. All right, he looks like that here. I feel like the eyes look similar, like the swirl, like you know how like there's like a swirl around the eyes. Doesn't that look similar? Am I tripping? You think I'm tripping? I think it's the same one. I think it's the same administrator. I think Bam being smaller in stature and stuff. SIU maybe emphasized that. I don't know. I feel like there's a perspective trick happening here. So yeah, I think it's the same. We already know administrators can change their form. We saw his whole body when Evankel came to the last station. There you go. Fair enough. I probably forgot that detail, but there you go. So I think it's the same one. Let's continue though. Let's continue. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'm not about to fight my laptop right now. I'm gonna just go downstairs and stream down there. Sorry for the lag, y'all. Give me a sec. All right, my fault. My fault, y'all. Yeah, I had to come down to the basement because, listen, the internet just hates me in my room. I apologize for that. We saw his whole body when Evankel came to the last station. I'm mistaken, my bad. I also want to say the art looks better in this chapter compared to the previous ones. Might be tripping though. I'll keep the art in mind then and see if I think it looks a little better or worse. Yeah, let's continue. My fault. How can you allow it so easily? From now on, keep in mind everything that happens. Wait. Then he said I have a question. What is it? Now that I've learned how to fight a ranker, what should I do if I ever want to fight you? You don't need any permission. The administrator of the tower doesn't run away from any challenge. If you want to challenge the laws of the tower, you can do so at any time. That was tough because like the way that the I'm just gonna call him Monstro the Whale said it was like, yo, you don't need permission. If you want to get your ass beat, I'm here. He just swam away like, bro, you might be an irregular, but I'm an administrator. You have to see. I'm interested to see him maybe try to do something because the only person that we know that's actually defeated one is Enryu, and yeah, I just think that was an interesting exchange. All right, let's continue though. Let's continue. All right, looking shocked. Well, now that I have cleared that doubt off my mind, shall we begin? He's looking at him. He steps forward, stomps the ground hard. Oh, that's like an attack. He's stomping the ground towards him. Mazino jumps back. He dodges it. The guy, Danzon, is already in his face, so he probably uses it as like a distraction. And he tackles him. Okay, what you about to do? What you about to do? You about to hit him into the ground? What you about to do? Administrator talking heavy. I feel it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like how he did that. Huh? Woo! So he gets thrown into the ground. He's just there. Doesn't look like he's particularly hurt. Is this revenge for what happened a few days ago at position practice? Position practice sounds crazy. Well, just anyways. I'm showing you that I'm not the same person as when we did Serum. I guess that's what the little thing was called. From this moment on, you will have to run away, risking your life. Mazino puts his leg up to block his punch, or he flips out the way. He gets hit. He blocks it. The objective of this battle is to defeat that guy using Shinsu, and not the power of light. More confirmation. Yes. Luminous powers. Give it to me. If it turns out Urek also beats an admin, oh boy, agendas will go parabolic. He's unmoved. He's not moved. But I did anticipate this. Remember, I said a million times he's gonna try. What's gonna be the difficult part is he's gonna try to beat him with Shinsu, not using his own abilities. It feels like I entered the tower to play a practice game with many restrictions. Practice, train. Come to think of it, it's been too long since I've done something like this since I entered the tower. It's fun. 2 days ago, training camp for wave controller positions. Urek Mazino, you have great power. Of course. Yes, I'm nice. Skip to the part where you teach me how to control the bang. I've never seen a regular use this much Insu in my life. I haven't seen all the regulars, but your talent for it is clearly special. Is that so much so? Although this level is more of a basic stat than a special talent, says him. However, that talent is not being controlled at all. Eek. As you know, the main method of Shinsu control is to channel the Shinsu into a bang that you create yourself. However, your Shinsu is completely different. Your Shinsu is generated naturally without the need for a bang, causing damage to the surroundings before disappearing. And that honestly can't be called a controlled Shinsu. I wonder what he learned off screen. I think we're getting to the heart of it. Okay. Controlled Shinsu. But it's more like a natural Shinsu disaster. The word natural disaster can be interpreted as uncontrolled, which is why Urek sounds great. He looks at it. That sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Puppy? It's not a compliment. When a person is talking, you just have to listen. But no matter how I look at it, you are not a person, but a puppy. Then listen to this puppy. He's so unserious, bro. He might be a little too unserious. I don't know if that's. I don't know. I'll tell you how I feel about that later. I don't think there is any way you can control this disaster right now. So what am I supposed to do? How should I live with the disaster as it is? If you are going to interrupt me by saying that, then why do you think I have been talking to you until now? From now on, you will not control this disaster. but you are going to subdue it. Subdue it? Yes. You will subdue it with your own strength and force it to behave. Oh, okay. I like that. I don't dislike that. The method of subduing it will be the fishing net. Fishing net? Now open your hands like this. Like this. That's right. Your hands will be the net. You will use both hands as a net to catch your unruly Shinsu that is free, and you will subdue it. Okay, interesting. Now let's start practicing. It will take you at least a few years of practice, but I'll give you all the tips I can. A few years? I will do it in 2 days. Okay, that's confidence. That I like. That's just like, give me 2 days, bro. That's honestly, that's very me. Like, yeah, you practice, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, you'll probably take you like 3 years, like a week to learn this combo. Give me an hour. Like, give me an hour. Put me in the lab. I'm about to go crazy. So yeah, Urek Shinsu seems to be unruly and like alive too in its own way. He looks. Then do it. Back to the present. You are still running away. Now that you've experienced it, it's different from what you thought, isn't it? Don't rush me. I was going to show you anyway. Gather it. Oh, he's going to make the connection that shining Shinsu he couldn't even stop, that Rahab had to stop, is Mazino's. I wonder if that'll mentally affect him. He looks behind him. Huh? That golden Shinsu is it the one I saw on the cruise? Why is it here? Impossible. Look carefully. This is the result of my training. I'm going to use my hands like a net. He's telling him to subdue that. Okay. That's crazy. I thought he was going to put it in his literal hands. It looks like he's making Shinsu hands around the Shinsu to... Hold on. Yo, he's cooking right now. Hold on. Uncontrolled Shinsu. Am I tripping? Did I miss it? Did I misread that? He's looking back. Okay, now it's starting to gather towards him, I think. It's coming. What the hell? That gigantic Shinsu is being sucked into that guy's hands. All right, he's forming a orb. Got it. Now, did he punched it? Go. Now use it with his fist. Shoots it at him. He's like ah. Mazino just looking. And we're seeing destruction and wait, oh, he missed, or he either missed or Danzon dodged it, but you can see a lot of the destruction that it caused in the surrounding area. I narrowly missed. That gigantic Shinsu. Was that, guys? What do you think, Danzon? It's a technique I trained for this battle. It's still incomplete, but I've managed to make it work in time. I've been thinking about what to call this technique, but I've just decided. A technique where snakes come out from my 10 fingers to bind the Shinsu. I'll call it Gorgon's Fist? Oh, Scorching Fist of Death. Oh, for a second, okay, sorry. The snakes threw me off because Medusa's hair has snakes. So I'm like, there's no way the Gorgon's Fist is the first attack you learn, but this is his like super punch, and I still feel like he somewhat stole the name from the anime or manhwa that Poba Dao guy was reading. But okay. To understand the text of Rahab, it means 10 fingers. 10 fingers. Now erect, please a play on words following the meanings. That has to burn, scourge to make burn. This has the meaning of death, lethal, fatal, and finally for the complete sentence, this word is given a second meaning, which was fist, leaving as name, scorching fist of death. These are just two different meanings of the word that were mixed, idiot. He just made it up, didn't he? It's ridiculous enough that a regular can handle Shinsu, and you're already using that kind of technique. You must be from a race or some special family I don't know about, right? Special family? Race? I don't know. But you and I are different. What? I am the light. Woo! Aura. Aura. Golden Supreme Emperor Scorching Fist of Death. That's the end of the chapter. That wasn't. I still think the pace that we're going could be increased a little bit, but we're getting to the heart of the battle and heart of the issue, and seeing Mazino show off the fruits of his labor, fruits of his training, and I think his Shinsu control is only gonna get better and better. Or you can call it him subduing Shinsu, whatever you want to call it. That was cool. I kind of missed the blue Shinsu Urek had when he was first introduced. For all you know, SIU could possibly switch it up to make it maybe like a different Shinsu quality. Maybe he has different Shinsu qualities and shapes. Maybe this is his natural luminous one Shinsu, but maybe he learns one that's more in tower regular. But you're right. Because again, I don't think SIU had this idea of making him a luminous one from the start of the story. This is something he came up with a little after the fact, but I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm with you, Chief. I'm about a 7.5 to an 8. I kind of want to, there's a lot of moving parts that I want to see. I want to see how long it takes him to really control that attacker technique. I want to see how his Shinsu control improves. I want to see what happens with Evelyn. Does she actually control the net Dolphin Queen to save her from the bull as she gets dragged on the ground? And then what's going to happen with Terry Rohan and Neo as they try to play the crown game while Mazino was occupied with this fight? So there's like some ancillary moving parts and things that are all happening in tandem that I would like to see, that I think would be dope. So that was cool. How do you guys feel in a general sense? And how do you guys feel about the pacing right now? Do you guys think the pacing could be a little bit faster the way that I said it, or are you cool with how methodical and slow we've been? Because I'm genuinely shocked we're still here doing like the regular test. I honestly thought by like chapter, this is 12? We'd probably at least be on floor 20, the Flower of Zagania, seeing the little seedlings for when he circles back later to use this technique, I guess, if you will, against Bam, or Juvio Grace JVG. I like the pacing. I've accepted this series is going to be like 200 plus chapters. I don't know if it's going to be that long. I don't want to go back to the main story. I feel that at the same time, like I do and I don't, because I do want to like get closure with Tower of God and continue to end it, but as Mazino, as I've always said, Mazino is one of my favorite characters. He is my favorite irregular, so following one of my favorite characters has been a treat. Just don't give me a Mule Love spinoff, because I'll act a fool. I like the dummy. I'll go crazy. But yeah, I liked it. It was a good chapter. I'm super fine with a story that takes its time to build its characters. It's not necessarily about that. There's certain things about Mazino we already know. I don't feel like, how best to put this? It's a little slow, I'll be honest, but it's growing on me. There's so much we already know, being how many chapters into Tower of God. We're revisiting things like bangs and whatnot. It makes sense because these characters don't know it, but I don't think we needed to move at that slow a pace because we already possess this knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So as a result of that, I thought we would be moving a little bit quicker because this part is just going to rehash a lot of things that we are already aware of and privy to. I'm not upset, by the way. I think this is an interesting choice to make. Though, if it was up to me, I would increase the speed by just a little bit. I feel like this conflict with Mazino and Danzon should already be over. That's just my opinion, though. You finished the chapter? I did. The pacing is better than how it was in season 3, so I'm cool with it. All right, fair enough. But I don't think this series will end before we return to the main series, given how popular it's been in Korea. SIU will expand the scope and just put it on hold for season 4. I actually had that thought. Like, what if he doesn't really end this, or maybe he goes at season 1, end of Urek Mazino's Ascent, or he goes, hey guys, I'm stopping the spin-off here for the time being because in 3 months, Tower of God will be returning and I have to focus on the main series. So maybe when he takes another break or hiatus or whatever the case may be, he'll return to the Urek Mazino spin-off. Or maybe he'll do these by seasons in a similar way. I think that's possible. The pacing is definitely bad right now. Elaborate on why the pacing is bad. Go ahead. I've seen people who read and who only want to read this story without reading the 600 chapters of Tower of God, reintroducing stuff for those people. That's fair. That's fair. I'm mad at it, but that's fair. You'd have to still go into a certain level of detail, but I would still. But I guess my only slight pushback is this is obviously a series for people who already read Tower of God, because they've made references to things like Bam and um a fourth wall breaking things like Rack and things of that nature. But I suppose if you don't know any better, and I don't know, I would be. I guess the best way for me to put it is I would be intrigued in seeing how somebody who is somebody who's introduced to Tower of God through this series and flipping it. So they read the Urek Mazino spinoff and then go into the main series. I would be interested to know how the narrative kind of forms in their mind. It's kind of the way I feel about Sea of Stars and The Messenger, or even somebody who like perhaps they watch Star Wars in chronological order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you will. I don't really care for the Disney sequels, but you get what I mean. Like I would still tell and suggest everybody to go in the order of release, but a chronological order would be interesting. It's like with me, like for Monogatari. Yes, I watched it and read it in the order of release, but I've also done a chronological watch. Same thing with Garden of Sinners. So, I kind of like it. I wouldn't be mad if it sped up after we leave this floor, though. I really want to see some Wol Hike Sung members soonish. I feel it. You think he would make some kind of announcement at Anime Expo? Is he going to Anime Expo? Did the SIU say he's going to be there? Somebody tagged me in it, asking me if I'm going. Like, but I'm not. I'm broke. I will. There's a 90% chance that I will be at should everything go right and my passport comes in time and everything. I will be at Otakon in Washington D.C. But I'm not. Next year is the year I plan to go to more cons. Next year I want to go to MomoCon and or Dragon Con in Atlanta, and I definitely want to go to DreamCon, and then a third one. I go to the ones in Canada, like over here in Toronto already. So we'll see. But okay. Oh yeah, he would actually be there for 2 days. He's gonna be there for 2 days, and I think he might make an important announcement. I'll look into that. I didn't know he was going there. This feels more like a power fantasy with OPMC, and there are a lot of people who love power fantasies. I guess it's only natural with some people would want to read this and only this, not TOG. I don't know. I think time will tell. I think with time and a greater sample size, we'll know how people feel about just reading this, or maybe people who are like, I'm actually good with this and I'm never going back to Tower of God. Maybe I'll do a poll and ask that in a few months, and we'll see how people react to that. Bam is also an OPMC, but he has no aura, so we reckon it's a direct improvement. Yes, Bam's claim to fame, if you will, is his incredible growth rate. He gets powerful very quickly, and call it fate or destiny, whatever the case. Things converge around him in order to always make him look good, successful, or positive, even in situations where he quote unquote does not win or get the favorable or best possible outcome. So yeah. I know focusing on side characters and developing them is a good thing to do, but I can't make myself care about most of them, so the focus on them makes the pacing feel bad. Would it change your opinion if later on you found out that a lot of these characters were members of Wol Hike Sung and close to Mazino? Let's say the Princess, Evelyn, Neo, Rohan, shout out to our boy Terry. I'm going to exclude Mr. Liu because I think he takes Mr. Liu's hat and that's why he has the backwards cap. Would that change if you learned that these are like high-ranking official or founding members of Wol Hike Sung, or no? I personally don't like power fantasies, so I wasn't as interested in this. I'm not actually a huge fan of power fantasies in a just innate general sense, but I've always been the person, I just care about execution. I do think a lot of battle Korean way. Actually, I can't say that. The example I've always used is, in my opinion, in South Korea, a lot of them have incredible power fantasies where the character was absolutely broken but can't show it, broken and doesn't know it, credible growth rate, or even for the smutwa, they have like powers and abilities of like, oh, my pheromones, you like touch me, you fall in love with me. So even for like the porn whores, it's like the M, it's still a power sexual fantasy. But I'm all about execution, because Superman's my favorite, favorite superhero, right? And a lot of people will consider Superman to be absolutely broken, overpowered, and maybe see his story as a little bit of a power fantasy. I don't necessarily, but for me, it's all about how you handle the character, and things like that. So, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like season one Bam more. I'm a bit tired of how overly confident Urek is. I'm more interested in the side characters. Season one Bam and season two Bam slash Juvial Grace JVG is absolutely fantastic. So I feel you. It's season three where I start to have problems with the writing surrounding Bam and how Bam is being treated. But season one and two, Bam's a great character. Absolutely, I have a video talking about how great his character is. There's a girl with the same hair as Evelyn with Shabisu's team at the end of season three. It would be a cool way to introduce Evelyn to the main story. That would be dope. Season one Bam was a great character, but season three Bam is far worse than this Urek. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. That makes perfect sense to me. Also prefer the side characters over Urek. The only side character that I think is that intrigues me as much, if not more, is Neo. I like Terry. I like the princess. Evelyn's cool. Mr. Lou's cool, but like, no, I don't. I actually like. I think Mazino's been like the highlight and the most interesting character in a lot of ways, but that's more tied to his lore, as being a luminous one, because that's not something we were privy to until this series started. I want to know more about his lineage, his people outside of the tower where he came from, and things like that. I think that's what's giving me a higher level of intrigue than most of you guys. But nothing you're saying is nonsensical. I don't think it's a weird stance to have. What would you think about this new princess turning out to be Bayak Ryun? I have somebody who actually, you know what? Maybe I won't do that because maybe they don't want it to be read on stream. I have somebody who believes that. I don't think Bayak Ryun, based on what we know as a woman, and I don't think Bayak Ryun would be a princess of Zahard, but I personally don't think he's met Bayak Ryun yet in the spinoff, but we'll have to see. Only time will tell. And I would argue that she was put into the fisherman category, right? And as much as we know, unless we go through some retroactive continuity, Bayak Ryun was a very talented wave controller. That was his position, was it not? So it would more likely be someone like Neo. I think Neo was a part of the wave controller. So like, yeah. He has a lot of intrigue to me. I think he's interesting. And Mr. Lou, because I think that he dies and there's something more going on with him that's weird. Like maybe there's more than one, or he's a clone or something. And I feel like Mazino, the hat that he has on my page right here, backwards, the fitted cap, I think that's the hat that he takes in like honor of Mr. Lou. We'll see. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is worthy of a YouTube conversation? You think I could just do a little like 10-minute, 20-minute review and post it? I don't know how much I have to say, but I don't mind doing it. I got time. I got a little bit of time for the time being, and then I gotta go out a little bit later. Yeah. Okay. It's actually possible Bayak Ryun gets retconned into a female. Same thing happened with Van Kill. Van Kill was originally male in the blog post. I guess that's fair, but I don't know that it'll be. I don't think I like the idea of Bayak Ryun being a princess of Zahar, though. I want Bayak Ryun to just be somebody in the tower that's gifted. I guess I don't care about the gender part. I just care about the Zahar princess connotation. Give the YouTube dude some love. All right, I will. I mean, it works. I don't really have a video for today, so I mean, I have someone to talk, but I like to do those after the like chapter discussion and review, so I'll do it for them. I'll give them some love. I might not go that long. I might go like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes though. Keep it short. Okay, what would you guys rate this chapter out of 10 if you have to? I'm like a 7.6. I'm gonna stay there. I wouldn't go above an 8, and I wouldn't go lower than a 7.5. I'm ready to see. I kind of want this. I think I'll say this. A lot of my favorite stories have very very slow beginnings, and I've always been a fan of that. I'm okay with the slow burn, the ivy drip storytelling, if you will. If we're doing this and then when we hit a certain point we really kick it into high gear and get a lot of the lore and world building and character stuff that we really want to see, I'll be okay with this because you've kind of set that foundation. I think one of my favorite examples that I use here on the channel all the time is Katekyoshi Hitman Reborn. This is not me telling you it's the greatest anime, manga, or whatever the case may be, but I like that it takes 61 chapters for the real stuff to begin, because by that point you have a pretty good understanding of the power system and what it will evolve into. You understand all the characters, their interpersonal relationships, the environment and geography of where they operate and whatnot, and certain things about the mafia and Alcobareno and things like that. So when the Mukuro arc comes, we're just ready to go, and I think that's brilliant. 7.5, 7, 8 out of 10. The only thing I don't like about this series is the constant gag panels in every damn chapter. It gets really jarring after a while. Are we ever supposed to take this story seriously? I kind of made a small comment of, am I getting a little, I don't know, am I over Mazino being very very like jokey? But I suppose if you're this powerful, you might not take some of the stuff very seriously. I feel you. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I want to see a bit more. I am done with the fourth wall breaking though. All I needed from Bam in season 3 was to say to Lilial something like, "Shut up." For this chapter 7 is right. Okay, that is fair. What's everyone's favorite panel, if you got one, this week? It might be the one where he had his hands in the Shinsu like behind him like this. That ish looked beautiful. Hold on. Like over here, I think it's like over here. This might be my favorite panel. Wait. Am I stupid? Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Why is it here? His hands are out. Look coffee. Look closely to subdue that. Like this one. I like this panel. It almost looks like he made Shinsu hands to subdue it and bring it towards him and then throw a punch attack. I kind of like it. If I had to choose another one, I don't know. Maybe one of the one with the administrator. Kind of like the administrator. Yeah. The Shinsu hands look raw, or that or the snakes. I like that I'm the light panel. Yeah, I like this one. I didn't even realize it wasn't his hands when I first read it. Urek looks kind of like a villain in some panels. You think so? That's okay. We don't mind that. What was I gonna say too? And my favorite piece of dialogue is probably him saying that I'm the light. Yeah, probably him being like I'm the light. Are you different race, special family, race? I don't know, but you and I are different. What I am the light. That was a bar. That was tough. So that's definitely my favorite line of the chapter. I did enjoy his conversation with Baskerville though. I did like his conversation there, where he's like, maybe he's like, at this point in time, the wrong word to use would be to control it. You need to subdue your Shinsu because it's unruly. You know, like it's like an animal. You have to tame animal. In a lot of ways, if we're right about Evelyn possibly being able to control the bull and or queen netfish dolphin, whatever it's called, both of these people will be subduing something in some capacity. That's interesting to think about. Urek's reflection in the admin's eye. That was tough. Do you think we'll see that the admin trash Urek? I don't think he's gonna challenge the admin soon. So no, I don't think so. It would be interesting if he tries to fight one or try something later, but I don't know what happens. Like, if you fight an admin and you want to like bow out or like you can't kill it, but like you win, like how do you? What's the win conditions? I guess would be my question. Like, do you have to kill it? Do you have to just win? Is it like a game? I don't know. still really like the overarching plot of the admins going on in the background of Tower Gods, the God of Guardians calling the 13 Great Warriors beta testers doomed to fail was a really interesting comment people don't talk about enough. Yeah, I guess. You have to, I guess what I would say is like this is one of those series with a lot of information. It's extremely dense. So I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of people don't even remember that statement. It's kind of like certain series come to a point where if you're not constantly like revisiting the material over and over and over and you only care about that thing, it's easy to forget a lot of that stuff. The reason that I can remember the many things that I remember in something like One Piece is because I engage with it so often. I talk about it so many times. It's hard for me to forget certain things. There are certain things later on that I don't engage with the same that I did with pre-time skip, so it's easy for me to forget a statement, even if it's somewhat important. I think Kubera and Tower God get to that point. And if you're someone like me with a bunch of interests, you're not just like, oh, I have a channel that does this, speaks about this, and my only interest is this. You know, people who make their personality like, I'm a Nintendo fan. Oh, all I care about is like K-pop or something. Like, if you have a bunch of interest, it's hard to solely focus on the one thing. But some people, it's like, yo, I'm a Kubera fan. This is the only thing I fucking care about. I am a Batman fan. I'm not like that. So that's interesting. I'll keep that in mind, though. Maybe that will become a good topic of conversation and discussion in a later time. If you guys don't have any final comments, questions, and concerns, I'll wrap this up and then take this conversation to YouTube for a little bit. Shout out to Portugal again. Do you think the mysterious princess is actually Po Badal created by Gustang's writing? Maybe it's his image of N outside of the lack of red hair. She is what I always imagined N to be like. Fisherman that uses large amounts of Shinsu like Eurasia. I'm not on the N train. I think she's a princess we either don't we have a name for but haven't seen in the story yet, or a completely new one. I don't think this is N. And I don't think it's a scripture from Gustang personally. I don't. That's just my opinion. Alright, y'all. Give me like 15 minutes and I'll be back on YouTube to continue the conversation. Be safe. Sheesh.